What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope everybody's doing well out there on this Thursday evening. I'm doing pretty good myself. Shout out to the brother Jamal Bay for sending me this story right here. It's not a good story whatsoever, but nevertheless, this needs to be addressed. We need to put things like this out here. Whenever reprobate murderers decide to do things like uh, murder children, in facilities. You know what I'm saying? Like where they house, so-called little troubled children or whatever. They overdo things. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, rather it be intentional or non-intentional, or what have you. As in this story, it says here, 3 youth facility staffers charged in death of black teen. All right. What we're going to do is read through the article and then we'll check out this video. 3 staff members at a youth facility in Kalamazoo, Michigan, have been charged in the death of a black teenager who died days after being restrained for throwing a sandwich. A sandwich. A county prosecutor announced Wednesday. The decision comes after the county medical examiner ruled 16-year-old Cornelius Fredericks' death a homicide by a result of restraint asphyxia. All right. How the hell do you restrain somebody to the point to where they choke to death? That's what I like to know. To continue, the 3 Lakeside Academy staff members, Michael Mosley, Zachary Salas, and Heather McLogan, were charged with involuntary manslaughter and second-degree child abuse, according to the charging documents. Mosley and Salas are accused of restraining Frederick in a grossly negligent manner. McLogan, who was a nurse at the facility, is accused of failing to seek timely medical care for the teen. It's been 2 months, prosecutors Jeff Getting told reporters Wednesday. We needed to make sure that we assesses the case and responsibility and took action as soon as possible against those we felt were most responsible. Will continue to look at others in the future. Wow, man. See, this stuff is out of hand. And of course, he's, a black child. You hardly ever hear, it's rare cases that you hear these kind of things happen to other children of other so-called colors, if you know what I mean. Be that as it may, it goes on to say an investigation by Michigan's Department of Health and Human Services found that staffers used a restraint that was significantly disproportionate after Fredericks threw a sandwich in the facility's cafeteria on April 29th. Multiple staff members attempted to restrain the teen with the setting on Facebook. Chest for about what? Yeah, sitting, with one sitting on Fredericks. Why is that Facebook? I don't know what it is. Anyway, with one sitting on Frederick's chest for about 12 minutes, the report said. Now, right, man, they intended to kill this little fella right here. All right, they really intended to do that. How the hell are you gonna sit on somebody, restrain somebody, and sit on them that long without intending on strangling or asphyxiating and suffocating this person? All right. Witnesses said Fredericks expressed that he couldn't breathe during the restraint. After releasing him, the report found that another 12 minutes went by before staffers sought medical attention or attempted CPR. Fredericks went into cardiac arrest and died 2 days later. Throwing bread is not a demonstration of imminent threat of harm to self or others and did not warrant physical management, the health department report said. The county medical examiner on Wednesday ruled the death as a homicide and said the teen died as a result of restraint asphyxiation. Well, yeah, restraint asphyxia. All right. According to an attorney, Jeffrey Feiger, yeah, Feiger, some who represents Frederick's family. Feiger has called the prosecutors to bring murder charges against the staffers. They need it. They need it. See, all this old Derek Chauvin bullshit, ever since that faggot did that shit to George Floyd, you got these low kernel minded subhuman bastards want to reenact shit like that. That's basically what this all entails, as far as I'm concerned. This is my opinion. You know, you gonna sit on somebody for how and how the hell would you want to do some shit like that when you know fucking well you don't want nobody to sit on you or place a knee in your neck, you know what I mean, for X amount of time, you know, until you holler you can't breathe and then give up the ghost. In other words, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about right here. See, and this fella right here, he looks just like my little cousin. He looks just like him, man. He looks a lot like him. This is a damn shame. But in conclusion, earlier this week, Fager filed a lawsuit against Lakeside Academy and its parents' company, Sequoia Youth and Family Services, seeking $100 million in damage under the Michigan Wrongful Death Act. The attorney compared the case to George Floyd's death in Minneapolis, who said, "I can't breathe," before his death in police custody. Michigan had contracted Lakeside Academy to provide care for youth in the juvenile justice and foster care system. For health departments revoked, the health department revoked the facility's license after the Division of Child Welfare Licensing found 10 licensing violations, including a failure to follow rules related to resident restraint and discipline. Protecting our most vulnerable is a top priority. Here we go with the speech shit of my administration. And the senseless death of a youth at Lakeside for children in Kalamazoo is intolerable and heartbreaking. Governor Gretchen Whitmer said after facility license was revoked, "We will take steps to prevent tragedies like this from occurring in the future and make sure there is accountability." You know, the thing is this: if you were really about what you say you are, Governor Gretchen Whitmer, this would have never happened in the first place. Y'all always say stuff like this after shit happens, you know, after things like this take place. Let's check this video out. Let's bring it up a little bit. Get rid of his ass. Dang. Get on here. There.
Prosecutor's office said the charges authorized today focused on the people most closely responsible for the teen's death. Now, we do know that during the investigation that several staff members restrained the teen after he threw food in the youth home's cafeteria.
Yes, I know. Yes, I'm great. Tell me exactly what happened. The teen was in a restraint, and then nobody responded.
That's the call being made to 911 while 16-year-old Cornelius Fredericks was lying unresponsive at Lakeside Academy in Kalamazoo. According to state investigators, staff waited 12 minutes to call for help or start CPR. 12 minutes past is how long staff wrongfully restrained the teen before he lost consciousness, the report says. The investigation by the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services says the teen did not demonstrate an imminent threat of harm to himself or others for him to be restrained. Staff restrained him after he threw a sandwich.
With regard to other staff that was present and participated in the restraint or failure to take subsequent action during the restraint or after, we're continuing to look at those people. Further or additional charges are possible, maybe,
The report says one staff member threw Cornelius to the ground and 6 or 7 others held him down. In a civil suit against Lakeside and Sequel Youth Services, the attorney representing the late teen's estate alleges the 16-year-old screamed, "I can't breathe." He went into cardiac arrest and died 2 days later on May 1st. The Kalamazoo County medical examiners list the cause of death as restraint asphyxiation. The state report says neither staff, a nurse, or supervisors who were present corrected the staff members involved.
It's been 2 months, right? This took place on April 29th, and this young man died on May 1st, and we're standing here on June 24th. We needed to make sure that we assessed the case and responsibility and took action as soon as possible against those we felt were most responsible.
Kalamazoo County prosecutor says the charges authorized today, the 3 former staff members, Michael Mosley, Zachary Solis, and Heather McLogan, all face manslaughter and child abuse charges. Giddings says there could be more charges pending the investigation. Reporting in Kalamazoo, Tavarius Haywood, News Channel 3.
So there you have it. As like I said before, when you fail to appropriately get rid of vermin in society that would dare murder someone, just murder, flat out murder, I'm going to tell you, other vermin see that they're getting away with it and they want to do the same thing. That's basically what happened here. There was no need to sit on this young fella's chest, for no 12 minutes. See, there was no need for that. And as far as I'm concerned, this need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, other than just, the charges that they did bring him up on. 2nd-degree murder and all that, what have you. Same shit with the Chauvin dude. Same thing, What a shame, but it's sad, to say this, but things are like this is going to continue to happen as long as we sit back and let it happen. We have got to make a start. We have got to make a start to start standing against this kind of thing and start bringing these lowlifes who would dare bring harm to any, person, especially I'm talking about black people. We can't always look for the judicial system to give us justice. We have to start exacting our own. That's just the way I feel about it. But y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation right here. I'm interested in hearing y'all thoughts, views, and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.